Hello BookTube, my name is Adrian and welcome back to another reading vlog on my channel. So it is currently Monday, October 15th, I believe. And I am sitting in the parking lot outside my gym, getting ready to go inside for a workout class that I do every week. I try and go twice a week, but I haven't been able to because we've had something on the other day. But I'm going to my workout class, and I wanted to let you guys know what I'm reading, since this is a reading vlog. And I have been reading It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn. This is one of the final books in the Bridgerton series. It is very slow going because I'm not super in the mood for historical romance, so I might switch that out and start something else. But I also started reading an arc that I got from NetGalley for You'd Be Mine. I believe this is by Erin Han. And I am super excited to read this book. It doesn't come out until April of next year, but I was really excited to get the arc. So I started reading it yesterday. So I'm really liking it so far. I'm only about 2 chapters in. But I am probably going to read some more of that when I get home. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my class, and I will see you guys when I'm done and I have some more stuff to tell you about. So I will see you then. Hey guys, so it is now Wednesday, so I did not film at all on Tuesday, but I wanted to give you guys an update because I did finish 2 books yesterday. I told you yesterday, or on Monday I suppose, I told you that I was reading It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn, and I finished that yesterday morning, and I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked that book. This one follows the youngest child in the Bridgerton series, Hyacinth, and her story, her love story, and I really liked this one. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because there were a few things that I took issue with, but that was that book. I then started and ended up finishing Wishing for a Highlander by Jessie Gage. And this book was a free book that I got with the Audible Romance package, and I started it just kind of expecting it to be not great because it's just a random romance book I've never heard of. I just saw it, it said Highlander, and I was kind of in the mood for something Scottish, so I started it. I expected it not to be anything. It did sound like a knockoff of Outlander, and it kind of was, but honestly I think I liked this book better than Outlander, if that makes sense. Outlander was very long, very drawn out, it was a lot, and I didn't love Outlander, but I really did like this book. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars because there was a plot line throughout the story that I just thought was so dumb, but I really liked it ultimately. Like I said, it was kind of an Outlander knockoff. There's a lot of things in it that are you can absolutely draw parallels to Outlander, but it was a quick read, and I read it in about 13 hours over the course of the day. I started it at noon, and I finished it at 1 a.m. And I finished it at 1 a.m. because I couldn't stop reading. It was so good. But basically, this book is about a girl from the 21st century who is pregnant, and she jokingly makes a wish on this box that she sees in a museum that, like, they say rumors is like you make that, like, granted the wish of the original owner that, like, his family would be prosperous and he was like a rich guy. So she jokingly makes the wish that she wants a sexy Highlander to sweep her off her feet, and then she gets transported back to the 1500s in Scotland, and she gets swept off her feet by a Highlander, and there's like this really crappy plot line that kind of runs through the whole thing that's really dumb, but also I guess it makes sense, but it's also kind of silly. So that's kind of why I gave it 4 stars, because every time that thing came in, it made me roll my eyes. But I really did like this one, and yeah, so I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely a good read. As for today, I have not read anything, and it is 1 o'clock, and that is because I have been editing a video all day, and our internet is not working very well, so I have been trying to get this edited and uploaded and done, and it's not going well. Let's just put it that way. Not going great. So after I finally get this video uploaded, which it is currently uploading, hopefully it'll get uploaded relatively quickly. It says it's going to take an hour to upload, which sucks. I'm going to start another book. I don't know what I'm going to start yet, but we will see. I've got a bunch of stuff that I'd like to start, so I'm going to kind of go through the books that I have and see what I can come up with, and then I will check back in with you guys once I know what I'm going to read. So that is the plan. I will see you guys in the next clip. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, and I wanted to give you guys talk to you guys again. I'm getting ready to start listening to another audiobook while I build a little bookcase, which I'm also going to film for you guys. My husband and I set up my desk in front of my bookcases here. It's been in our basement and I never used it, so we brought it upstairs so I could actually, you know, use my desk, but it doesn't have any storage in it. So we have a filing cabinet that we built that's under here now, and I have a little bookshelf, like a cubed bookshelf, that I'm going to put down here as well for some storage, and so I'm going to build that, and while I'm building that, I'm going to start listening to the audiobook of The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, or as you may or may not know, this is J.K. Rowling. I just finished listening to the first book, The Cuckoo's Calling. I reread that one. I'm rereading The Silkworm as well. I'm kind of rereading the whole series because the new book just came out and I want to read that one, but I need a refresher course because it's been a while. So I'm going to start listening to this while I build the bookcase, and then you guys are going to see me attempt to build a bookcase on my own. So yeah, this will be interesting. Alright, so you can't really see that great, but there's my little bookcase set up. So I've got these 2 little cubes that keep all of my bullet journal stuff in, and I've got some space that I'm going to fill up here before long. That's my little bookcase. So I am pretty excited about that. To have that storage space will be nice. And yeah, so I am now I'm going to go listen to my audiobook and just hang out for a while, because I have nothing else I need to do for until about 5:30. And then I just need to go to my parents' house to do laundry because our washing machine is still broke. So I will check back in with you guys when I have another update for you.
Okay, also hopeful and beautiful, and I think it's going to set a tone for the rest of the book, and I think I'm going to end up really, really loving this book. I'm really glad I got an arc of it. So I am going to continue with all 3 of my books now. Radio Silence, which I do have.
Hello, BookTube. So, it is Friday now, and I'm pretty sure the last time I updated you guys was Wednesday, so sorry about that. But, yesterday, Thursday, was the day my husband left for the weekend. He'll be back on Sunday night, but he's gone. So I'm on my own with kids, but I am currently at my parents' house, and I'm making dinner here because we're just hanging out here on Friday. And I wanted to tell you guys about my reading. I have been reading The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, or J.K. Rowling, and I am pretty far into it. This is a reread, and I like it, but it's funny because I didn't realize how many things that I thought came from the 3rd book were actually came from the 2nd. Like, I just kind of combined the 2 stories in my mind. So that's interesting. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Like I said, I am at my parents' house. I am currently trying to upload this video, which is the 31 and 31 challenge I did, which I will link for you guys in the cards, wherever that is, if you're interested in seeing that, where I tried to read 31 books in 31 days in the month of August. And it took forever to upload it, to edit it and upload it. And if you watch the video, there's a point where I explain what happened because I had to refilm some clips. So, yeah, that is that. I will check back in with you guys. Hopefully I'm going to finish this Silkworm today, but we'll see. So if I do, you'll see me again. If not, you'll probably still see me again. Hey guys, so this is the end of this vlog, but I wanted to give you guys a little wrap up of what I read this week. Granted, it wasn't that exciting, and neither was this vlog. But I ended up reading, oh, I didn't even tell you about one of the books I read. Okay, let's back up here a second. So what I read this week, I read The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith / J.K. Rowling. And then after that, I read Wishing for a Highlander by Jessie Gage, which I loved that book. I'm honestly contemplating taking it up to, like, I gave it a 4 stars. I'm thinking about taking it up to a 4.5 because it's not a full 5-star read for me because I was just really like bothered. Like there was just one like side story in there or like one detail that they kept hitting on that I just thought was super dumb. So it's not a full 5-star read, but it might be a 4.5-star read. So I think I'm gonna bump my rating up from a 4 to a 4.5. So there's that. I have to open fruit snacks. There you go.
Thank you.
And then after that, I did not really vlog at all from like Thursday on because my husband was gone all weekend. He was on a weekend trip and he was gone. So I was alone with 2 kids and all of the cats, dogs, and the chinchilla by myself for an entire weekend. And that's a lot of stress for me. I'm not used to that. Chad's getting into this. Hey. No. Anyway, so I was alone the whole weekend. And on Saturday night, we stayed the night at my parents' house because I ended up having to go to something that went until like 11 o'clock at night. So we just stayed at my parents' house so my mom could keep them and put them to bed there, and we just stayed there that night. And so that night was kind of a mess because both of my kids woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And the thing about me is that once I'm awake, I'm awake. I do not go back to sleep. And so at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was up for the day. And so I decided to read another book. And for this one, I ended up reading Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. This is, I believe it's their newest novel that they've written, and this one is about Josh and Hazel. They are best friends and they decide to set each other up on blind dates, and like double blind dates. So like they'll go out together, like both couples, and the dates constantly are going horribly and just absolutely terrible, and they always end up going home together because, you know, they're friends and like, these dates are awful, let's go hang out together. And kind of the whole time realizing that maybe they're not just friends. And it's great because like the whole book, you're seeing both sides. The story is told from both Josh and Hazel's point of view. And so the whole book, you're getting both sides of the story. And so it's kind of great because you're getting to see like them both like realizing it at the same times and what kind of makes the other person realize it. And it's just, I really enjoy the story. So I know there are a lot of people whose opinions I really do trust who rated this book a lot lower. And that's because in their reviews, they mentioned that there is a plot device that comes into play like towards the end of the novel that they just thought was unnecessary and changed the entire mood of the story. But for me, that didn't really change anything. If any, like, because of the way they handled the situation in the book, I liked that. Like, I liked that aspect. I kind of anticipated it because of some of the conversations that they had early on in the book, but I enjoyed it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So this week I read 3 books, and this will be the last weekly vlog you see from me. Here on out, I'm going to bi-weekly vlogs. So next week I will have a tag video on Tuesday, and then the week after that will be a reading vlog where you get 2 weeks in one, because I've been wanting to do tag videos, but like I don't feel like those are Friday videos, but I want to do vlogs, but I don't always have a lot of content in one week. And so all that being said, I'm switching my schedule around. I'm still going to have a video up every Friday, and then on every other Tuesday is going to be a tag video, and every other month, and then the other Monday is going to have a reading vlog. Does that make sense? Alright, so that's my plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all I have for this one. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.